الدنيا وفي الآخرة. Don't worry. Maybe your wife is pregnant before you say Malak al-Maut. You are surprised, your children, who's going to take care of them? The angel are telling you, look, when you come to MASJID JANAD, you are not alone. The angel are here right now. No doubt. We are with you in MASJID JANAD. Did you forget? We will take care of what? نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us to do good. So when he reached Saudi Arabia, the king of Saudi Arabia was waiting for him to give him a title. He named him the Khalifa of West Africa for following the Quran and Sunnah. And number 4 is the empire of what? Kadem Borno and the Hausa Fulani land. So the teaching of Muhammad al-Maghali reached almost the whole Africa. As you know, when something is said and something is written, what is written can stay, right? What you say can run away. When you memorize something, you can forget it. But when you write it down, you can what? You can go back and check again. So by taking notes and spreading that knowledge, this knowledge reached the whole world, West Africa, and that is the time Islam reached the kingdom of the empire of what? Hausa Fulani land, which is what? What we know today as what? Nigeria and Cameroon and all of these what? These areas. There is a man, as you know maybe from the history, called Usman Danfodio. He read all of the fatwa from what? Muhammad al-Maghali at that time. So he was influenced. So he decided, since Islam reached that area, to also try to do like what? To do like Askia Muhammad. So he settled 2 towns, Sokoto and Kano, to be what? Base for him too. You need a base. So when you get a base, so now he starts inviting what? The ulama from Timbuktu and Jene, which become what? University, to invite them to come what? To come and spread Islam in Nigeria. That's how it happened. And it became, according to some ulama, that even called a mujaddid, because that time people start mixing Islam with bid'ah and other things. He's the one who stand up and have a lot of writing, even what? In Arabic, he did all of his writing. He have more than 100 books. Usman Danfodio. When he started becoming old, he advised his students to go to what? To go to Sudan, to go to Egypt, to learn more, because he told them, what we know in our area, there is more knowledge than that. So don't take my writing like what? The only base. So that's where, as you know, at that time, we are talking about the 19th century, right? That time, America is already born, right? When you look there, America is born. America is looking for what? America is looking for workers. So when they look on the American Indian, they cannot do the work. They need people from Africa to come and work on the plantation to build America. So some of the students, the reason I'm bringing this out is this. Some of the students of Usman Danfodio, they were traveling. Some of them are Hufaz al-Quran. They were traveling to seek more knowledge when they were captured as a slave. That's why when you look in the history, some of the slaves are Hafiz al-Quran. When you look, even some of them, they send them back. But when he remember what he's going to do, as you know, at that time is when the colony, they start dividing Africa. And as you know, as a Queen Balkis mentioned in Surah Al-Naml, Surah 27 verse 34, قالت إن الملوك إذا دخلوا قرية أفسدوها وجعلوا أعزة أهلها أذلة وكذلك يفعلون. إن الملوك, when the kings enter into a city, إن الملوك إذا دخلوا القرية, أفسدوها الفساد. When the kings enter into a city, they destroy the city. وَجَعَلُوا أَعِزَّةَ عَلَيْهَا أَذِلَّةً. And they will change the honored one in that city, they become what? Slave. And the ulama say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, وَكَذَلِكَ يَفْعَلُونَ. Meaning, that's how they do. And the best example is when you are going to see what happened in Palestine, right? That's the good example. People own their own land. And some people in England in 1917, they decided they need to create a state called Israel, right? What happened? When the United States and the England and France, they pushed, they went there. They destroyed everything. Look what's happening in Iran. What's happening in what? Afghanistan, right? قالت إن الملوك إذا دخلوا القرية إذا دخلوا أفسدوها. They were destroyed. So that's how some of the slaves they brought here, there were some of these too, they were going what? To seek knowledge. The first Quran, even the book of history, even show that some of them they don't drink alcohol. They see them fasting, they don't know what's this. So the first thing they did is to change their name. They want to teach them what? Teach them English. So the more you run away from your what? Your language, your faith become what? Weak. So if we want to be strong Muslim, we need to learn the Arabic what? The Arabic language. Among them, when they came to colonize Africa, as I already mentioned, they meet a lot of resistance from Muslims. And among them, there is a one called El Haj Omar. The French themselves, they know that yes, they meet a man. He have a lot of war strategy of Khalid bin Walid. He read how Khalid bin Walid, the tactic he used to what? He used the tactic of Khalid Walid to conquer, but at the end, you know, usually we are ourselves, we destroy our own what? Ourselves. Otherwise, it's impossible. Like Mahatma Gandhi, he said, it's impossible for somebody to come and colonize you unless you let him do so. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. So this is the history, and I only have what? 7 minutes to stop. So if we understand the history, from how the Islam came to Africa, from this land of what? Of Senegal, moving to Ghana, going to Mali, Songhai, and then all of these, that's what will define what Islam is today in West Africa. As we know, in West Africa is made of 16 countries. You know, among them, you know, there is Nigeria, Benin, Togo, where I'm from, Ghana, Burkina Faso, Niger, all of these areas is like 16 what? Countries. There is 140 million Muslims out there. Just in this corner of Africa, there is what? 140 million. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine? This is a 20%, almost 20% of what? Of the population of the Muslim, right? But usually when we talk about Islam, people are referred to what? To Arab country and other things. Let me tell you, the number of Muslims in India is twice the number of Muslims in Egypt. The number of Muslims in Germany is twice the number of Muslims of Syria and Lebanon. In Germany. In Europe, there is 5% of what? 5% of the population is Muslim. So Islam is what unifies us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us this understanding. But right now in Africa, the problem we have is the problem Sundiata Keita has. Is the problem Sunni Ali has. Meaning, many Africans, we are mixing Islam with our tradition. When I say tradition,